Oh, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am working on trying to true up a piece of 4x4 stock. This is approximately 18 inches long, so this is probably one of the longest large pieces that I have worked with on this lathe. Now, this is an older lathe, like I've said before in previous videos that we've done. And right now I'm just working on trying to true this up. Now, I did take this over to my bandsaw and kind of knocked off the corners a little bit just to make it a little bit easier. There's going to be a good bit of vibration in this right now, but we're going to bring this true to round and get it going, and that should smooth out a lot of the vibrations. And then we're going to see what we can make. I've got something in mind, but I'm going to try it out and see how it turns out. So we'll be right back. Safety gear is always one of the main things you want to look at when you're doing wood projects such as this. You're turning on a lathe or doing anything else, you always want to wear eye or face protection. In this case, I'm turning on a lathe, so I want to use full face protection. A face shield such as this will prevent things from hitting you in the face. You know, pieces of wood, they're going to fly off, and it's going to happen. And in the event that a piece ever breaks loose and flies off the machine, less likely of any injury taking place. Yes, it happens, as you've seen in some of our previous videos. They can break loose. So just a quick reminder, always use the proper safety equipment. And I've said it before, if you're wearing anything like a necklace or even a ring, you might want to remove any jewelry because anything that's loose fitting, or a ring, if you're right around it, you know, that ring can get hit and get mashed into your finger. If you're wearing jewelry such as a necklace, anything that's loose fitting, and if you're leaning over, there's a high risk that could get caught up in the material. Same thing with wearing long sleeves, or at least loosely fitting long sleeves. You don't want to wear anything like that because there's always a risk that it could get caught. Even with gloves. If you notice, I don't wear gloves when I'm turning, because if for some reason a catch happens and it catches that glove, it can jerk your hand into it. So you don't want to wear anything loose fitting that can take place. So always remember safety first when you're doing any woodcraft work. So now back to our project. Okay, so I switched over to my skew, and I'm going to see how that's working. So far, it seems to be really making hash out of this piece of material. The gouge that I was using just really wasn't getting in there, wasn't getting a clean cut, and due to a lot of the vibration now, you've seen how my setup is. I don't have a full workshop right now. You can help me out with that by subscribing and helping this channel to grow, and supporting me through my Facebook page where we have material for sale as well. But we are working on trying to get some things set up where we can make this a lot better, to get a lot better videos coming towards you. What we're going to do right now is I'm going to speed up through this. I'll probably skip some of this and bring it in once we get this trued up and ready to go. So we will be back once I get this going. In the meantime, take a look at some of our earlier projects. Okay, so we finally have this piece pretty much trued up and rounded. I've increased the lathe speed to about 2300 RPM, maybe 1600 RPM. I can't remember exactly which way I said it, but we've increased the lathe speed. The vibrations has settled down a little bit, and the skew has really made this job a lot easier. Now, I don't have a roughing gouge. I do have my 3/4 inch gouge. I don't have a regular roughing gouge, which would probably make it even a little bit more easy. But the skew has really done a great job on this. So we're going to go back into this and we're going to start bringing it a little bit more true, getting a little bit, there's a few more flat spots that I want to take out on this. And then we're going to start to shape and bring our project into light. So here we go. All right, so we have now increased the speed up to 2300 RPM. It was actually on 1300, I believe, was the speed I had it on earlier. Doing a lot better, although I did just take a little bit of a chunk out when I was going across there. I just kind of turned the skew a little bit sharper than what I needed to, but that's okay because we're going to take that down. We're going to taper it down a good bit, so we'll be able to clean that up. So we're going to get back and we're going to get going with this. Now that we have everything going, it's turning a lot smoother than what it was. We're going to get back to this, and yeah, you're just going to have to wait to find out exactly what this piece is going to be. So here we go. All right, so we are getting the basic shape of what we're working on with this project, our idea that we have. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I'm working on. This is an experimental project that I'm working on today. I do have a different idea, maybe a different pattern in mind for the main project that I'm going to do later on. But what I'm working on is a basic lighthouse design. So we're going to get back to this. Got a few more things that I've got to take care of, and we're going to go from there and see what we can come up with. I need to clean up a couple of little flat spots on here, and we're going to go from there. So let's take a look and see what we have so far. Okay, as you see, I've got it rounded pretty much, and it's kind of rough right now. We're going to sand this down, take care of a few flat spots. Now, like I said, this was just a piece of stock that I had laying around out here. It's a 4x4 pine. This is a 4x4 post pine, and it is pressure treated. I didn't necessarily want to use pressure treated, but I do have some cedar that I'm going to be working with later on. Like I said, this was just an experiment. Now, this is just a basic design, basic shape that I've come up with. I'm going to fine tune this a little bit as we go along and come up with some final designs for this. So give me a thumbs up on this, comment below, let me know what you think. And if you have any ideas for lighthouse designs that are pretty simple for easy turning on a lathe, especially for a spindle setup, be sure to comment below and let me know. So what do you say? Let's get back to turning. Well, as you can see, we had a big blowout right here, so we're going to have to make a quick change on the way that I had this. I wanted to have a big platform at the top, but I'm going to have to clean this up, take off a good bit of this, and make a smaller platform on the top. But we're going to make it work either way. Maybe this may get turned into a lamp of some sort. We'll see. So let's get back to it. Okay, so we have a little bit of a tear out right here that I noticed. I don't want to really clean this up any smaller than what it is, but I think that will be okay. It's not going to hurt anything. So we're going to come in right here and try to clean up the base of this just a little bit, and then come up to the top, clean up the top just a little bit, give it a sanding, and get ready to put the finished product together and decide if it's going to be a lamp or a lighthouse. I'm thinking lighthouse at this moment, and hopefully this will give me an idea on how to do a future project on this, get some ideas, make some tweaks in the design, and come up from there. So here we go. Okay, so I have taken my tool rest off and moved it out of the way so that we can get in here and do some sanding. I've turned the speed down to the slowest setting, which is 1100 RPM on this particular lathe. Yeah, I just wanted to double check that this particular lathe, the slowest setting is 1100 RPM. So we've got it turned down to its slowest setting. We're going to take some sandpaper and we're going to sand it. But you know what? I'm not going to bore you with that because you've seen me do sanding and everything. So we're just going to speed through that, get past that part, and we'll be right back. All right, so I am going over this now to kind of get rid of any of the scratches that were put in. And I believe the flame gave it a nice touch there. Now we're going to come back and we're going to put some oil and see what it looks like. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of this Howard Bead and Wax. It's a wood polish and conditioner that has beeswax and orange oil. This is going to be our conditioner that we put on this piece. Polish it up really good, and once we get everything put together, we'll probably come back and finish it off with a couple of coats of lacquer, and you'll see what it turns out to be as soon as we get finished. We're going to let this one be a surprise, so stay tuned at the end to see what we have. So let's get to polishing. Because I have a clean piece of paper towel here, I'm going to give this a quick buffing with this. Maybe put one more coat of the bead and wax on here, and then we're going to go back and get it going. So here we go. Okay, first of all, look over the dog barking in the background. The neighbors are out, so that's got her stirred up. But here is the semi-finished piece. I have bored a small hole in the top. You'll see why in just a moment. I'm going to spray a couple of coats of lacquer on this, and then we'll see the finished product. Now, I wanted this to have a much wider platform at the top because I had some other ideas. Unfortunately, we lost part of that wood. So it is what it is with this one. Like I said, this is a practice piece. I could turn a separate platform and glue it on, but I really don't want to do that right now. So what I'm going to do, and I could actually, even if I wanted to, I could actually shorten this if I wanted to, and make the platform up here a little bit wider. But I'm going to go with what I have here. I'm going to go with it. It was the practice piece. When I go back to do my regular piece, my final piece that I want to do for my product page, then I'm going to work a little bit more diligently with it. This, like I said, again, it was a practice piece just to give us an idea of kind of some basic shapes that we could go with. This is one design. I have a couple more, one where I won't have a part here, it will just be turned all the way up with a taper and a couple of step downs at the base, with a wider platform at the top. But we're going to go with this one, see how it turns out, and we'll go from there. Again, it was a practice piece, a little fun project just to work with the turning on this with a larger piece. This is the largest piece that I have done so far, this length. So we're going to go with that and see how it turns out. So let's go. Let's get some lacquer on this and finish it up. This is going to become an interesting setup here. I've actually mounted this back on the lathe. No, it's not perfectly centered, but that's okay. I've already put one coat of lacquer on here, and you know what? It actually done fairly well, and with the spinning of it, the air helps to cause this to dry a lot faster. So one coat's on. I kind of like the way that turned out, so I'm going to go ahead and put another coat. So here we go. Not bad. It was kind of just a quick brainstorm that I had to no play on words there to my friend Brainstorm. Hope you're checking out the channel and liking what you're seeing so far there, buddy. But that was just a quick idea to throw this on the lathe and spray the lacquer on like that. I knew I could probably do it with the brush or wiping it on, things of that nature, but I just wanted to try it out, see how it would do. That actually worked out pretty good. So let's get this put together and let you see the final product. Well, like I said, it did not turn out exactly as I had pictured it, mainly because I lost part of the wood at the top of this that was going to be the platform. But as you can see, this has a nice finish to it. And now for the reveal. This is our final project. As you can see, it is a solar light that was placed on top to give this a lighthouse themed look. Now, again, I wanted a much wider base at the top. I was hoping to keep that. I mean, I lost about 1/4 of an inch of wood on the top of this. I was hoping to keep a wider base on the top because I wanted to put some spindles around it, put a little bit of rope around it to give it that final look. Unfortunately, I lost that material when we had that blowout with the top piece there. But it is what it is. Again, this is a practice piece just to get a final idea of what it would look like. I think I'm going to set this in the garden over here, take a quick little pan of it and a couple of pictures of it, let you see kind of what this one would look like in the garden. And then maybe later on, I will take this one, come up with some designs, and go from there and see what we can do. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, go right now, please hit that subscribe button. And be sure to hit that bell and turn on notifications so that you will know when we upload some new videos. Now, I know that in the last video I said we're going to do an unboxing, and we're still going to do that unboxing. However, we're still waiting on FedEx. That's right, Federal Express still has my package sitting at their local location. They're about 45 minutes from me, and they're still sitting there. It's been sitting in their location now for 4 days. I did receive, however, part of my shipment today. It was actually two parts to my shipment. Both of them arrived at the location at the same time. Go figure. One part of it arrived today, but it's not the main part that I want to do the unboxing of. I did speak with the driver, so hopefully by the time this video is uploaded, that will be here. And the weather will hold up because, as you know, this is an outdoor setup. That's why we are the Extreme Outdoor Crafts. And hopefully the weather will hold off to where we can do that unboxing. That's going to be, again, a 2-part video where we can show you the product and then show you how that item works and what our thoughts are on it. It may even turn out to be a 3-part video. So again, hit that subscribe button, share this video, share the channel, invite your friends, comment below what you think of this practice piece. Again, not exactly what I wanted it to be, but I like it. I think it turned out pretty good myself. Again, be sure to comment your thoughts below on this one. And if you have any ideas for other simple projects that we can do on the lathe. Now, my max size that I can do right now is about 18 inches, maybe 20 inches for regular spindle turning. Anything more in-depth or elaborate, 18 or smaller, will be the lengthwise, and maybe a 10-inch diameter is about my max diameter for anything. So, I'm working on some ideas. I have the lamps, I have the vases. Now I'm working on the Lighthouse projects. I like this one. I just wish that I hadn't have had that blowout at the top of it to where I could have kept that wider platform on the very top of that. But again, it is what it is. It's a practice piece. This was the first one. Wanted to see how it would turn out and go from there. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give us a big thumbs up. Turn on your notifications so you'll know when we upload our next video. Hey, and don't forget to check out our partner channel, which is my son's channel. That will be down in the comments below, Cody's Extreme Scene TV, because we may put some things over on his channel that will be solely for his channel that will involve some wood turning, or we may do crossover videos to where we may do parts here and parts there. You never know. So kind of get a little fun there, going back and forth, get some ideas, and see what we come up with. So go down to the comments below, go check out his channel, help give him a subscribe, and let's make our channels grow, and let's have some fun while we do it. I've had fun today. It was a very crafty day working with that one. So as always, be crafty. Hey, I know I would. Thank you.